So today, we about to cook up some macaroni and cheese. Now, I got some pork steaks in the oven with some jerk seasoning. And I'm gonna make some broccoli, probably some garlic buttered broccoli. But right now, I'm gonna put this macaroni and cheese together. So, y'all ready? Come on. So since my macaroni, I just finished boiling them. I rinsed them off real good, drained them. And since it's still a little hot, I'm gonna go ahead and add my butter. Now, I'm gonna add about a half stick of butter. I made a box of the macaroni. I'm gonna have to get how much, I think that was like a 16 or 24 ounce box. I'm gonna get it in a minute, but I'm gonna add about a half a stick of butter. I don't need too much because remember we got cheese. But like I say, my dad used to always tell me when I cook for him, don't be stingy with the butter. So yeah, we're gonna add our butter. And I'm adding it in while it's hot because I want the butter to melt. Okay? I want to make sure my butter melts up in here. And once I finish adding in my butter, I'm going to start adding in my milk. Okay, there you go. And it's melting real good too. Oh yeah. It's melting real good. I'm going to go and get my milk. Okay, I got me some evaporated milk. And yeah, this is a Great Value one. I mean, to me, Great Value tastes just as good. Well, certain stuff they have, like the chicken broth, the beef broth, the milk, stuff like that, tastes just as good as the regular brands. So I buy it. Ain't no shame in my game. I'm gonna add me some of this milk. Now, I did wash the top off to the milk. Make sure you wash your top off, please. I'm gonna add about a half of the can, and I'm gonna mix that up a little bit. So now, a lot of people don't do this, but I'm gonna add me in a couple of eggs. I normally do one egg, but these eggs here were real little. So I'm gonna put in 2 eggs. Mix that up. Now, a lot of people don't do this either, but I'm gonna add me some seasoning. I gotta have me some seasoning. So I got, and you don't wanna add too much because cheese is kind of salty. So I got me some seasoned salt. You can use whatever seasoning you want to. You might not want seasoning. I have to have some seasoning. Got that there. And I got me some black pepper. I'm going to add me a little garlic powder. Just a little bit. Not much. And then I'm going to add me a little smoked paprika. Just a little. Just for flavor. Just for flavor purposes. Mix that up. Now, y'all know, if y'all watch any other cooking video that I have done, I got some acid reflux going on. Therefore, I'm going to add me just a little bit of sugar. Just to get the little twang out. Not too much. Just a little. Because don't nobody want no sweet macaroni and cheese. But the sugar just pretty much balances the bitter in the cheese. Now, true enough, I probably can use some Velveeta or something like that, but I don't like the taste of that in my macaroni and cheese. So, now I'm going to start adding in my cheese. First cheese I'm going to add in, believe it or not, I got to have this cheese in my macaroni and cheese. Got me some mozzarella. And I'm adding all that in there. That is one cheese I have to have in my macaroni and cheese. I got to have my mozzarella. It's something about that mozzarella. I don't know. It just gives it a different flavor. I love mozzarella. Now, mix that up. I'm going to go in with some Kobe Jack. Put that up in there. Yeah. We're going to do that today. And then I got me some sharp cheddar. We're going to put that in there because I like my macaroni and cheese cheesy. Now, don't get me wrong, most of the times, I do like to grate my cheese. Or grate, you know. I like to do it myself, but today is, what, Tuesday? No, I ain't doing that today. If it was Sunday, I probably would because I ain't had nothing else to do. But not today. Okay. Mix that up real good. And I'm also going to add the rest of my milk because I want it a little creamy, you know. You can do heavy whipping cream. Sometimes heavy whipping cream. Sometimes I use heavy whipping cream. Sometimes I use half and half. It just depends on what's your preference and what you like. Do it till you're satisfied. This is the way I like my macaroni and cheese. And this is the thing. This is just the way I like it today. Because it seems like every time I cook it, I make it different. So, yeah. This is the way we gonna like it today. So, I'm gonna put that on in there. And a lot of times people use a roux. This is just an easier way to do it. You know. I make a roux sometimes, like, you know, around the holidays when I done took a day off, you know, I'll make a roux and, you know, do all, but not today. No. We're going to put this in here. We're going to stir it in. We're going to get our dish and we're going to bake it. I'm not doing no roux today. And not that I think there's nothing wrong with doing a roux. Yeah, that's what's up. Do it. But for me, I'm just not going to do one today. I'm putting everything in one bowl. And then I'm going to bake it. Let me get my dish. Okay, I got my pan here. Now, I did add a little more cheese. And I'm adding about maybe a quarter, 1/4 of this milk. Maybe a little more. Because I want it to be a little more looser. I don't want my macaroni and cheese to be too stiff. Yeah, I don't want it to be stiff. So I'm going to add a little more. I think I pretty much got it. I'm just going to put me a little more milk in here. A little more seasoned salt. I pretty much cook by eyes. Like, I don't do a whole lot of measuring. You know, unless and it's not my recipe and it ain't too many things that I cook that I normally don't cook. So, I don't do a whole lot of, yeah. All right, well, we're going to put this in this. All right, let's get it in here. Oh, and I did not put any spray oil or anything in the pan because, let's keep it real, you already got oil, grease, cheese. You already got all kind of stuff in the macaroni and cheese, so you don't need all that. So let's go ahead and put this in our pan. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's going to be good, y'all. That is going to be good. Get all of that up in there. That down. We got plenty of cheese in there. This gonna be good. Oh yeah. Plenty of cheese. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more on top. Just a little sprinkle tinkle. You know. Get out of here. Go on out of here, Bella. You know you can't be in here. Okay, I'm gonna put some foil over this. We're gonna put it in the oven. And I'll see y'all when it come out. Okay. Everything else is done. I got my broccoli finished. I got my pork steaks with my jerk seasoning finished. So now I'm gonna taste the macaroni and cheese. Come on. That's pretty good. Okay. Ooh. Mm-hmm. 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 Ooh. Mm-hmm. Loves me. Oh. Oh, yes. Jesus loves me for the Bible. Tells me so. Oh, y'all, I'm finna eat. Okay. I'll be back later with the plate. Good night.